Have you ever really looked at a tube of lipstick? I mean, really looked at it. It's this small, unassuming object, a little cylinder of color, yet it's a powerhouse, a cultural icon. It's been a symbol of rebellion, a mark of glamour, a staple of daily routines for centuries. Millions of people swipe this stuff on their lips every single day without a second thought. It's in purses on bathroom counters, tucked away in desk drawers. It's everywhere. But here's the kicker. The real question that gets my mind buzzing. What is this stuff? How does a handful of ingredients transform into this perfect, vibrant stick of confidence? A little bit of magic, sure, but it's also a whole lot of science. This tiny cosmetic has a colossal history from ancient Mesopotamia to the silver screens of Hollywood. But we're not here for a history lesson, not today. We're going on a different kind of adventure. We're pulling back the curtain, peeking behind the scenes of the beauty factory. We're going to uncover the secrets held within that sleek little tube. Are you ready to dive in? Because I am. The journey begins not in a glamorous studio, but in a laboratory. So let's talk about that base, the foundation, the backbone of the whole operation. It all starts with wax. Not just any wax, mind you. We're talking about a blend of waxes, each with its own superpower. Carnauba wax. It comes from the leaves of a Brazilian palm tree. Fun fact, it's one of the hardest natural waxes, used to give cars a shiny finish. This wax gives the lipstick its structure. It helps it stand tall and not melt into a puddle in your pocket. Candelilla wax, from a desert shrub, helps the lipstick hold onto its color. Beeswax gives that creamy, smooth application we love. But wax alone would be like trying to spread a candle on your lips. Too hard, too brittle. No good. That's where the oils come in. Oils are the yin to the wax's yang. They are the softeners, the moisturizers, the delivery system for all that goodness. Castor oil, a classic in lipstick, gives glossy shine. Mineral oil, jojoba oil, cocoa butter. Each oil adds a different property. Some make it slick, some make it hydrating, some help it last longer. It's a balancing act. Too much wax and it's a crayon. Too much oil and it's a slippery mess. The perfect lipstick is right in that sweet spot. The process is like a high-tech kitchen session. First, the waxes and oils are carefully weighed out. Precision is key. Now for the star of the show, color. This is where lipstick gets its personality, its mood, its very identity. The color comes from pigments. These are superfine powders, each with a unique chemical structure that decides how it interacts with light. Here's a little science. The color you see isn't in the pigment itself. What? Mind-bending, right? The color is what happens when light hits the pigment. The pigment's molecules absorb some wavelengths and reflect others. The reflected wavelengths are what our eyes perceive as color. So a red pigment absorbs everything except red, which it bounces back to your eye. It's a rejection that creates beauty. Isn't that wild? These pigments can come from different places. Some are derived from natural minerals. Iron oxides are a common example. They create a range of reds, yellows, browns. Think of it as painting with rocks on a microscopic scale. Others are synthetic, lab-made for brighter, more stable, consistent colors. For iconic fiery Hollywood red, formulators often use D and C red number 7. It sounds more like a secret agent than a color, doesn't it? Pigments are ground down into particles smaller than a speck of dust to make color even. Adding the color is the most critical step. Powdered pigments are slowly added to the hot wax and oil mixture. You can't just dump them in. They must be dispersed perfectly. Often the mixture runs through a 3-roll mill. The mixture passes between them, and the grinding action coats every tiny particle with wax and oil. That removes clumps and guarantees smooth, uniform color. No streaks allowed. Our hot, colorful liquid is ready for its transformation. It's time to give it that iconic shape. This is where the molds come in. These are typically metal molds, often made of aluminum, with dozens or even hundreds of lipstick-shaped cavities. They look like futuristic metallic honeycombs. The molds are pre-chilled, which is a crucial detail. Why? Because we want the lipstick to set quickly and smoothly. Pouring the hot liquid into a cold mold creates a beautiful, glossy finish on the outside of the lipstick bullet. It's the secret to that flawless, fresh-out-of-the-box look. It's a bit like making chocolate, but for your face. The molten lipstick is poured with incredible precision into these chilled molds. On a large scale, this is done by automated machines that fill row after row of the lipstick cavities in just seconds. The liquid fills the mold from the bottom up, forcing out any air bubbles that might be trapped inside. Nobody wants a lipstick with air pockets. It could break or crumble. The goal is a solid, perfect stick. Once the molds are full, they are sent on a journey through a cooling tunnel or a refrigeration unit. This is where the magic really solidifies. The rapid chilling process sets the waxes, locking the oils and pigments into their final solid form. After a trip through the cold, what was once a hot liquid has now become a solid block of perfectly shaped lipsticks, still sitting upside down in their molds. The next step is a bit of a showstopper. It's called flaming. A worker will pass a small, gentle flame over the exposed tips of the lipsticks for just a fraction of a second. What does this do? It melts the very top layer of the lipstick, smoothing out any tiny imperfections from the molding process and giving it that signature camera-ready gloss. Now comes the fun part, getting the lipsticks out of the molds and into their cases. The base is then twisted down, the cap is put on, and voila! A brand new lipstick is born. So there you have it. The secret life of lipstick is revealed. It's not just a splash of color, it's a masterpiece of chemistry and engineering. Every single tube is a testament to how science and beauty are intertwined. The waxes provide the structure. The oils provide the glide. The pigments play with light itself to create the colors we love. It's a complex formula designed for a simple purpose, to make you feel good. The next time you twist up a tube of lipstick, take a moment to appreciate the incredible science you're holding in your hand. It's a tiny, portable piece of a laboratory, a factory, an artist's studio all rolled into one. From the hardness of carnauba wax to the light-bending properties of pigments, every element is a lesson in applied science. It's a reminder that science isn't just something that happens in a sterile lab with bubbling beakers. It's all around us. It's in the food we eat, the clothes we wear, and yes, even in the makeup we put on our faces. Understanding how something is made doesn't take away the magic. I think it adds to it. It deepens our appreciation for the ingenuity and creativity that goes into everyday objects. Who knew that a simple swipe of color involves so much physics and chemistry? It's a beautiful thing. This journey from raw goo to glamorous stick is a perfect example of how human curiosity drives innovation. How can we make this color stay on our lips? How can we make it smooth? How can we make it shine? And scientists and creators answered those questions with waxes from palm trees, oils from seeds, and pigments from the earth. They tinkered, they tested, and they perfected. And that process is still happening today, with new formulas, new colors, and new ideas constantly emerging in the world of beauty. The science never stops, and now the journey continues with you. I've shared what I've learned, but the conversation doesn't have to end here. I'm curious to know what you think. Like this video, subscribe for more adventures into the ordinary, and tell me, what everyday object should we investigate next? Because behind everything there's always a story, and I, for one, can't wait to find it.